So then, a new series is upon us. Parma Drama is the name. I was going to go with Going Ham, but I put a poll up on Twitter, and the people of Twitter decided that Parma Drama was a bit more appropriate for what's been going on with Parma in the future years, in the recent years. So, as you can see, we've got a new graphic and everything. My face is going to be in this quite a lot. So if you don't like my face, this is the time to turn off, because there's going to be a whole lot more of this. So let's crack on then, shall we? Parma are the team. Let's find out a little bit about them. So then, as you can see... Oh, by the way, no headphones. I've decided I actually don't need them. I wear them for everything. Don't need them. So here we are. Parma are the team. Now, as you well know... Well, you may not know, but Parma are in financial trouble, like major financial trouble. Financial trouble which is not seen all that often in world football. Hence, they're a very interesting save, very different to the save I've just done with Swindon Town. You can see that from their finances, they're in administration. The chairman's looking to leave. The finances are... Well, we're already in the red. We've started in the red, which is never good. You never want to start in the red. Predicted to make money, but I'm not sure how true that is. If we sell anyone, we don't get any money for that. If we haven't got a transfer budget. Our wage budget is very, very small indeed. We've got like 3,000 left on that, so to bring in a loan is kind of impossible to improve the squad. But there is some plus points from this, and the main plus point for me is that the squad actually isn't that bad. So let's have a little look at some of the key performers, or that hopefully will be the key performers in the squad. Quite an ageing squad, as you can see. Our best players are all of like 29 and up, 28 and up, and it's quite apparent early on that a lot of them are loan signings, so this could be a little bit tricky. But let's have a look at a few of the major ones. Christian Rodriguez, online from Atletico Madrid, left winger. He's been around a long time, hasn't he? He was tipped with a move to the Premier League quite often. Never really happened. 28 now and on loan at Parma. Hopefully he'll be good for us. Definitely going to be a starter for us. Morate, an actual player, an actual keeper for us. Is it Morante? Help me, Italians, in the comment section. I'm going to go with Antonio for today. Looks like he's definitely going to be our starting keeper. As you can see from the intro, some keepers of the past. You've got Sebastian Frey, Gigi Buffon. Hopefully this man will step up. I don't know if he's been at Parma a while. Well, yes, indeed. He has been at Parma a while. He's definitely their first choice, so he'll be getting a lot of game time for us. Vieira, who Portuguese, on loan from Porto, another player who's been tipped with moves to the Premier League in the past. Again, we've got Christian Rodriguez on one side, we've got this guy on the other side, so I think you can tell what formation we're going to apply early stages. Nocerino, obviously an Italian international, on loan from Milan. Strange really, because Milan aren't exactly a team blessed with loads of players, but we've got him for the year, and I think he'd be pivotal to how we play this year. He's going to be a really, really strong midfielder. Whether we play him as a box-to-box or a ball winner, I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a couple more I want to go to, actually, and we'll go to the under-19s. Hopefully he's there. If not, I'm going to look like a fool. The potential ability, it's under-21s, under-20s even, my apologies. So the potential at Parma for some good players is actually really, really good. We've got Mori here, 18-year-old central midfielder. Looks like he could be one for the future. Only 18, so he's got loads of time to really blossom, and I'm going to try and give him some first-team football this year. Obviously, we're going to have to rely on our youth. Our ability to bring players in is going to be difficult. I think that's the phrase we'll use. And obviously the main man, the key prospect from the save is Seri, Alberto Seri. As you know, if you've played Football Manager this year, he turns into an absolute monster. So I'm hoping he does the same thing for me, and we can certainly utilise him and get the best out of him while at Parma. So that's the team. I'm obviously going to have to sort out myself a starting 11 amongst other things, and then we'll crack on with some games. We'll play some friendlies. The friendly list we've got coming up is quite interesting. We've got Spartak Moscow, Barcelona, Zaragoza, Lecce. So we'll play a few of those. I'll show you what happens in those games. This is the new format we're going with. So I'll see you in just a moment. So as mentioned before, our team isn't actually terrible. So our season expectation is going to be a mid-table finish. As you can see, transfer budget is nothing. Wage budget is quite large for the team and the situation we're in. But I mean, the money in is going to be a big issue for us. We can't buy anyone. Like players like Cassano, for example, would be a fantastic free transfer for the situation we're in. But his wages, he's not even interested. He knows he's not interested. And when you're in administration, I'm not even sure you can buy players anywhere. I'm not sure that's how it works, because everything that you sell goes to the administration board, and okay, it's a complicated situation which we're going to struggle with. I'm going to tell the team that I think we can finish mid-table. They're cool with it. I think I changed it slightly to say we could finish a little bit better. But I mean, our squad is capable of doing some good things, and I think that's important for us. We've got to meet the media. All right, well, I'll do this, and as I say, we'll come back first game. I'll show you the lineup we're going with, and we'll play with a couple of friendlies. So that a few of you might be sitting there thinking to yourselves, Ben, why have you picked Parma? like, they seem a little bit out of left field. It doesn't seem to be the sort of team you'd usually go for. And you're right, really. But I find the story of Parma this season particularly very interesting. Last year, they finished 6th, which did mean they got into the Europa League. But because of their financial irregularities, it meant they couldn't be in Europe. They were told, no, you can't be in Europe. Not only were they told you can't be in Europe, they were deducted a point. I think in the current league season, in real life, they've been deducted 7 or 9. I think it might be 7 points this season. And they are rooted to the bottom of the league table. They've had to abandon games. They've had to forfeit. It's been a torrid time for them. And I find the challenge of that and to overcome that kind of thing really, really exciting in a way. Because for a football manager, sometimes it can get a bit stale. But when you get put with a situation like this, I think it could be really exciting. Anyway, we have our first friendly to play, and I'm going to show you the games kind of, in the highlight package version that you've seen me do in a few of the last Swindon episodes. Aside from that, there will be bigger games that we'll obviously cover in more detail. If there's a big cup game, etc., I will play that through. Not every single video will be formatted in this way, but it is going to be the style that I go with throughout the series. So, the team we're going to go with, and it's noticeable off the bat that our age is a concern for me. In fact, can we get up? I should have decided this before. If we look at the ages of our team, though, you can see only 2 players are under the age of 24. Everyone else is in the mid-20s, 30s. They're old. And the defence, apart from Mendes, is very old. So in goal, as I mentioned, Antonio is sitting in there for me. Cassani is at right back. Not exactly quick, but he looks like he's been an old head at right back, and the experience is going to be vital. Pedro Mendes, a young up-and-comer, hopefully to 23. Hopefully he can improve and continue to improve while we're here at Parma. Andre Costa on the other side, really, really capable, actually. 28 years old, one of our better players, definitely. Obviously coming into his prime right now, rather than going past the peak of his prime or getting there, which is exciting for us. Lodi and Nocerino, who we've looked at in the past. Lodi's a really good player. He's been in Italy forever, as far as I can remember. He's someone that I used to sign when he was at Empoli in some previous saves. He was always a bit of a wonder kid. A few of you might remember that. Golapa on the other side, again, experienced head, 29 years of age, coming to it, like he's in his peak right now. You'd hope so, anyway. He's been capped Wesley twice, which I didn't know. Mentally very good, technically okay. And as I mentioned, we've got Rodriguez on the left, Varela on the right, who we've both looked at, and Belfodil, who plays for, I really recognise it, Algeria. Of course he does. He's not exactly a natural finisher, but I'm hoping he can hold the ball up, get sort of other people into play, and he's decent in the air, so we're going to try and use that as much as we possibly can, playing him as a target man attack. If it gets to the point, though, where we need someone else to support him, we obviously have to change this little situation here around a little bit. Anyway, let's get into the game. We're playing Terek Grozny, who are a bit of like a bit cultured, I've always thought. So we'll crack on with this game. They're playing a very defensive formation. Let's see how we get on, and I'll obviously bring you the highlights. So this is the first real note of anything in the game, and it's a Terek Grozny attack. Ball's whipped in. Cleared. I'm worried about the mental state of some of our younger players, because obviously we've got a lot of old heads, and I do think the experience in Italy is something quite vital. As we a first shot on goal, there it is, the first shot on goal for Parma from our Algerian target. Right, then, we're going at half-time, 0-0. I'm not really someone that plays friendly, so I often let my assistants do this, but I do want to learn a little bit about the team, learn how they operate, learn if we should play this target man on his own up top, or whether we should get people to support him. So it's a bit of an experimental time for me, but I think it's worth showing you the experiments. It's worth seeing what happens. Obviously, a game against Barcelona, that won't be much of an experiment, as much as it'll be just a demolition. So Lodi has picked up an injury, which ain't ideal, it's fair to say. What we're going to do is bring on... oh, no, we're not. I was going to bring him on and then I saw his stats and realised that wasn't going to be a good idea. Velarde. Okay, it's quite clear to me that we've not got that many good midfielders. So what we're going to do... Massimiliano Corda. Yeah, we're going to stick to up top. We're going to try that out. We've not really had any chances in the game. Terek Grozny have been all over us, so let's try and create something. In case you're interested, actually our instructions are go route 1, exploit the flanks, get stuck in, play wider, drop deeper and float crosses. I'm actually going to change the go route 1 to more direct passing. We're going to see if we can get the best out of our front two. This is not the most exciting start to it. Oh, they've got a chance. As I mentioned, our young defender, Pedro Mendes, who's not an experienced head by any means, 23. I'm not even sure if he's a regular for Parma right now, has given away a penalty, which means Terek Grozny get the chance to put some hurt on us early on. But things can only get better. Unless we save this, then things are great anyway. So here we go. It's a goal. Terek Grozny go 1-0 up. Plenty of time. Here we go. Chance. Christian Rodriguez. Oh, come on. He's a main man. He's a star man for us. And as I big him up and say how brilliant he is, gives the ball away, which is annoying. Now they're on the attack. Hopefully they won't make it. Oh dear, we've not. That wasn't defend. They've had a lot of shots. That wasn't really defending though, was it? That was a bit of a mess. I realise this is a friendly, and I've made little to no changes to the starting 11, which is a mistake. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first friendly. Let's hope for better things in the next one. I've just noticed that if a club bid for my players, they get sold. So I lost the defender earlier, and I thought it was just because his contract was up because I started the game at a weird time. So we've lost 2 centre backs. Gobby's gone now, who we weren't actually playing for, like he would have been a decent wing back though. Actually, was he our left back? He may well have been. Regardless, we're shredding players. Shedding players. We're not shredding players. That would be painful. Right, well, after the disappointment of the first one, we're gonna have another friendly, another go. Spartak Moscow. We're gonna just do 3. We're gonna do this one and then the Barcelona one, then we'll wrap it up there. Obviously, we didn't win the first one. We lost 2-0. Again, Spartak playing quite a defensive formation. We've pretty much fully rotated, so I won't take you through it. Obviously, the league form will be more important. So let's see how we get on. Right, well, the first thing we're seeing happening is a goal for Spartak Moscow. We've not had a shot yet. I'm gonna again. We're gonna change everything completely. Everything is about to change. We're gonna take all this off. Let's try again. Oh, we're straight into another highlight. Ah, dear. I can see that coming a mile away. So that's 2-0, and we're not doing shooting. We're not doing shots. Oh, good. I'll see you in a moment. So half time. It's not ideal. I think that's the best way to describe it. This situation is not ideal. I'm now thinking this Barcelona game, will that be a good idea, or will that mean you'll never come back? Ugh. They're coming forward again. So update, we're still not very good. Oh, what a good bit of defending. What a ball that is. That is precision of the highest order. It's what Italian is known for. Italian. That's Italy, Ben. They've had another chance. And now they've got a corner. Oh, good. I was just making some changes and they've scored. Probably should have paused it. Figured it didn't matter. Figured there's no way they'd score another one. I'm just going to make countless changes to just rotate fitness. So the game is pretty much over. We've had one shot on target. That was late doors. And our team, spirits aren't high, folks. Spirits are not high. And now we're going to go and play against arguably the best team in the world. Parma drama, everyone. Welcome to the new series. Barcelona. Oh. The assistant manager's been on the phone. He's advised me that the club are in such a poor financial state that we'll rely on our youth system to fill out your team. Thanks, mate. Another game, another dollar. Well, not in our case because we've got no money. But we're playing Barca, who have put out a weakened side today. No Neymar, no Busquets, no PK. So it should be easy based on that. We're going with a slightly more defensive formation just to avoid embarrassment. So let's see how we could get on against Messi, Suarez, Pedro, Iniesta, Xavi, etc. Messi in on goal. That was a minute in, so that's promising. Free kick to Barca. Go on. Counter it. Oh, that was lucky. Corner kick. Parma. Go on. Stick it in the back of the net. Oh, dear. It's when they cleared it and I thought, oh, okay, that's our attack over. Then I realised Messi had it and that was quite possible. So, oh, dear. 12 minutes in, Messi scored. To be expected, I didn't expect to do anything here. I would like to have a shot, though. Little update, 35 minutes in. We've had a shot. One shot. And one of our key players is injured, so we just sort that out. We just had a goal kick there. That was the most attacking thing we've done so far. I know the shot happened, but that was by accident. Pedro working his magic. Good tackle. That's what we're about. That's what this Parma team's about. Tackles. That's offside. So more fool you, Pedro. Peter, innit? But just because you're in Spain, Pedro just sounds better. So at half time, it's only 1-0. Which is quite good. And we've had an injury to one of our major players. Maybe this 4-1-4-1 formation is the future of Parma. I guess we'll find out. 60 minutes gone. 2 shots. 4 shots. That just changed. Well, he's Iniesta. So I'm fine with it. The pre-season friendly situation, it ain't gone as well as I'd hoped. But I think we're learning here that Barcelona, and this is something we didn't know before, that Barcelona are a better team on this game than Parma. Maybe I should do a series of Barcelona, though I don't think they need me, which is 87 minutes gone there. We were on the attack, so I thought I'd start talking. By the time I actually started the sentence, Messi had the ball and Suarez has scored. So that's 3 now. I'm actually, do you know what? 3-0 against Barcelona. I'm not even that disappointed. I'm quite pleased. There it is then. And that wraps us up in terms of games. So yeah, lessons to be learned. Formation, we're still not too sure about. Still figuring out our best players. Player roles is going to be something I'm going to have to look at before the next episode. The next episode, though, is a big one. Do you know what? It can't get any bigger than this. I know we've just played Barcelona, but I mean, things can only get better. We're going to do a little run of games. We're going to play Juventus, Atalanta, and Napoli in the next episode. So, I'll see you soon. From me, Dr. Benji. Don't think just the start screen was the big deal. We've got an end screen as well. Thank you for watching, folks. This is obviously the first episode in the PARMA series. If you enjoyed it, or if you want to see more, do you know what? Just leave a like. That's what I'm getting at. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. There's even a button on the bloody screen now, so you've got no excuse. And that brings us to the very end of the episode. So from me, Dr. Benji, we love with care. Pizza and that. I was going to try to say something Italian, but I just went with pizza and that. Sorry, that's not very good. Goodbye.